Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Horizons mod pack. Woohoo! Now, you may be wondering why I am starting this on the beach outside my house, and you may also be wondering where my tropicraft portal went to. Now, this is a funny story. I guess it could be considered a funny story, but apparently what you're supposed to do is exactly what I did. Sit in a chair, wait till sunset, drink a pina colada, or cocktail as it's actually called, and you go into the tropicraft dimension. And to get back, you're supposed to hop into the portal that is created in the tropicraft dimension when you spawn in, and drink another cocktail, sink to the bottom, and it brings you back home. And when it does, it creates an identical portal to the one in the tropicraft dimension, which is a 5x5 block with 3x3 water in the middle that goes down a fair ways. And that's what happened if you watch my last video. But what you may not have seen, because I ended the video before I realized it, is that it basically created an area of unbuildability for 40 blocks from the center of that portal that was right there, in every direction where that dirt block is over there and that dirt over there in the other in the water right there. In each direction for 40 blocks, I could not build, I could not dig, and I had no idea what the hell was going on. At first I thought it might have been a part of the my gold shovel anti-grief protection stuff that we use on the server may have glitched or something. But apparently it it moved the world spawn protection to right here. I don't know why, and it took about an hour for the admins to figure out what exactly happened. But when that portal spawned right here, it moved the protections that should have been around the world spawn, and they used to protect the world spawn, and moved them over here. And I believed it actually left the world spawn unprotected. So, yeah, we had to figure out what was going on and fix it. And basically had to destroy this portal, undo the protection, and redo it back at spawn. So I just wanted to let you know that's why my tropicraft portal is gone. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that because I had no idea that bug even existed. But I did manage to get some coral around here, and I planted all that coral I got from the tropicraft dimension underneath my house, and it actually has spawned little fish. Look, the coral itself spawns little fish. I now have little tropical fish floating around underneath my base, as well as little tropical pigs floating around. No, wait a minute, that's just a normal pig who likes to swim around under my base for some reason. But yeah, I've got little tropical fish. It's a little clownfish. Little Nemo underneath my base. But yeah, all this coral will randomly spawn little fish that will swim around underneath here, which is one of the reasons I wanted to bring some of this back. So yeah, I've got coral underneath my house, and it looks awesome at night. You can actually see it glowing under the water, and it looks just very nice. So that's what I wanted to show you for today. And let's see, what else did I want to do? What else? Let's see. Let me turn my backpack off so I don't drain any more essentia out of there. So, some more things I encountered. Oh, I actually got around to actually putting doors here, so there is that. But something else, I am completely out of lava. I mean, between my massive quarry going non-stop, as well as my extractor going non-stop, it completely drained my power system. And when I say completely drained, I mean 250 million RF gone. All these resonant energy cells were completely filled. You saw them before, they were completely filled. And not only did it drain all my lava, it completely drained my energy cells. So, yeah, having my quarry and like that going non-stop kind of cleaned me out power-wise. So I was forced to disconnect my quarry, shut off all my machines, and in fact disconnect my the bulk of my applied energistics machines, because each and every block adds to the power usage, including all the cables and this massive thing, and I don't really need it right now, so I disconnected it just so it would use only 21 RF per tick. So this is an emergency situation. My rock melters just cannot handle the load of keeping a quarry going and all this stuff going. So what I'm going to have to do is fall back to an old classic of pumping lava out of the nether, just as a stopgap measure, just to get these barrels filled back up, these drums filled back up. And you may have actually seen it in here before, the endothermic pump, which I did build one because I have run into this situation before, and unfortunately I've had to do this before. And I did it just to get all these drums filled up to begin with, because I didn't want to wait around for my rock melters to get it filled up. And it did last for quite some time. Those rock melters were able to keep it running for quite some time. Unfortunately, I have never run into this problem to this degree before, so yeah. Let's head over to my nether portal. And I do need some redstone energy cells, I think. I might need redstone. I think I need these. I'm not exactly sure. But hopefully it will work. So I do have this hooked up, right? Yeah, that's hooked up. So yeah, I'm going to head to the nether and hook up the endothermic pump, which is actually a component of the ender quarry. I actually had to make 2 of these already, just to what the? Oh, I did not see that on top of me. I was trying to swim up through a lily pad. But yeah, the endothermic pump works similarly to the way the ender quarry does, in that it will keep chunks loaded by itself. And let me find a nice spot down here. Here we go. Now, as you can see from that stone over there, that is what it does. Unlike the quarry, which turns everything to replaces everything with dirt, the endothermic pump replaces everything with stone. So every block of lava this pumps out, it will replace it with stone, which is a hell of a lot better than the buildcraft pump. So let me get this, switch this over to owner only. That way Bobson, there and there. Configure so it's not receiving any items. And it is fluid mode, send only. Energy mode, receive only. And I should be able, I believe, I think this actually does have to have a one of these on it, connected up like that, to get it to work. Now, once I head back to my place, it should be pumping. Now, just like with the ender quarry, it will keep chunks loaded that it is working in. And just like with like I said, it will replace every block of lava with replace it with a block of stone instead, which cuts down on flowing lava, which causes a lot of the server lag. Flowing lava, flowing water causes a lot of lag. So having that replaced instead of just having an open block really does help cut down on a lot of the server load, which makes this a lot better than the old buildcraft pumps, which I used to use for my nether lava stuff. And why can't I go back home? There. It's gonna work now? Hello? Not sure what was going on. I think it was because I had my harness on. Now once I get back up here, power should start flowing. and lava should start flowing with any luck, if I had that set up right. So, if this works, I should have lava flowing into these barrels and filling everything up. Ah, here we go. It's already filling up fairly fast, and once these are full, I'll head back in there and shut off the pump. Because, don't get me wrong, this is a very fast and efficient way to get lava, but it's been done so many times, and it's not a renewable source of lava or power because of that. Because once you pump out all the lava, lava's gone. So, now that I have that set back up, I think I can connect this back up without too much problems. There we go. And it was using 21, now it's using 63 because everything's back together. So, what else is it I want to do today? Well, what I want to do is get started on the things I need to set up a reactor. And to that end, I'm going to need a ton of stuff, including, but not limited to, what's it called? Ethanol, crystallized ethanol, which is why I set my fermenter back up. In fact, I built a second fermenter. That way I can actually automate this stuff, because I have in here all the dirt and sugar I need in order to make the yeast. I need that to make yeast. You combine dirt, sugar, and water, and it makes yeast. And then you combine yeast and oak leaves, grass, or saplings, and it creates the sludge, which goes out and you put it in a furnace, and it creates crystallized ethanol, which is one of the components I'm going to need to actually make a reactor, and I will get to that later. But first, I wanted to point out that in order to automate this machine, the fermenter, the default automated process is for sugar and dirt in order to create the yeast. So you can put a hopper on this with just out of the box, and it will automatically put the sugar and the dirt in the proper slots. But if you try and put a hopper on top with yeast and oak leaves, it will not work unless you set the target to sludge. And how you do that is with a redstone signal. Now I just have this lever on, and it is set to sludge. If I click the lever off, it's set back to yeast. So if it is set to yeast, it will not put the leaves in, it will not put the yeast in, it will only accept dirt and sugar inside of it. But if you switch it over to this, you'll be able to automatically put this stuff into it and allow you to make sludge. Now, I'm going to need a lot of this stuff in order to make jet fuel. And you may be asking, why do you need jet fuel? And that is because I need it to make a jet fuel powered furnace. And the reason is because of this stuff. So let me actually get to reactorcraft, because there are a ton of steps I'm going to need to do before I can actually build the reactor. And first and foremost, I'm going to build the basic fission reactor. It's fairly simple to make, just a bunch of steps to get to it. And one of the first steps I'm going to need is the uranium processor in order to make the uranium fuel pellets. Now, the uranium fuel pellets are what is actually used inside the reactor, and what you need to make the reactor run is the actual fuel. Now, in order to make this fuel pellets, you need the uranium processor, which needs liquid pipes, mixers just made out of steel and like that, but you also need an obsidian tank from reactorcraft, and that is made of blast glass from rotarycraft, which is made with a pulse jet furnace with obsidian. And in order to make it, to use a pulse jet furnace, you need water and jet fuel. So this is going to be quite a laborious process to get all this stuff done, because I'm going to have to make jet fuel to run the pulse jet furnace, to make the blast glass, to make the uranium processor, to make the uranium fuel pellets, and all this stuff. So yeah, oh, I didn't respond to him. Sorry, Dr. Coconut. I wasn't paying attention. I did not realize he had come on. Damn it. Oh well. So yeah, I'm going to need to make jet fuel first. So in order to make jet fuel, I need a few things. Let me see, jet. So in order to make jet fuel, you need a fractionation unit, which needs coal, blaze powder, which I can get plenty of. Coal I have plenty of. Magma cream, which, thanks to my magical crops, I can actually make magma cream. Ethanol crystals, which I am baking right now. And netherrack dust and tar sand. Netherrack dust comes from your grinder and just grinding down netherrack. Now, unfortunately, you can't use a pulverizer or any other thing. It has to be a grinder to turn netherrack into the netherrack dust, as well as the tar sand from soul sand. But luckily, I already set my grinder back up underneath my farm over there to make lubricant for my other machines and like that. And it's a good thing I did, because I actually needed more lubricant to run my bedrock breaker and my hydrokinetic engines. So, do I have this running now? Yes, this is running, and this is running, so I've got all that done. But what I need now is to build a few things, because what I need to run is this item right here. Now, I do already have this stuff built. I already have the pulse jet furnace as well as the fractionation thing built, mainly because it's just more rotary craft, microcrafting, gold ingots, a mixer, which is just that and that and that, lots of steel, and a fuel line, which is just obsidian and glass. So you didn't want to sit there watching me craft this or that, and it's just, like I said, just a bunch of microcrafting. So no real worries, or you didn't really miss out on anything with me building it. It's just all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to need to build something in order to run the fractionation unit. Now, it needs 65.536 kilowatts and 8,000 rads, 8K rads. So I'm going to need to build something to actually power this and get up to those speeds. So I think I might actually be able to utilize this if I switch this out, put another one of these beveled gears right here and put it right next to this. I might be able to switch these beveled gears over to these beveled gears and power the fractionation unit to start making the actual jet fuel. Now, I don't think I have. I think I brought all my beveled gears. Yeah, I think I left all my beveled gears down by my bedrock breaker. So I'm going to go grab those real quick and be right back.